Let me share my favorite example of cancel culture of the last year or so, and there's so many to choose from. This guy was a professor at the USC, University of Southern California Business School, and he was giving a lecture at Zoom. He's given this lecture many times over many years, and he was talking about, it was a communications course. So he was talking about filler words that are used in other countries and other languages. So in America, we say and ah, right, when we're speaking as to fill space. He said in China, they use a different word. It's the word for that. The word is N-A-G-A. Sounds like MAGA, but with an N. NAGA. And they say it many times, over and over. And he said it, and students complained. They wrote a letter. We should not be made to fight for our sense of peace and well-being at our school. And the administration caved, and they fired him. And you're thinking, what are you talking about? What could possibly be wrong about that? Here's the video.
Taking a break between ideas can help bring the audience in. If you have a lot of or ers, and this is culturally specific, so based on your native language, like in China, the common word is that. So in China, it might be nega. So there's different words that you'll hear in different countries, but they're vocal disfluencies. It's saying that,
Fired. The administration said it's simply unacceptable for faculty to use words in class that can marginalize, hurt, and harm the psychological safety of our students. Just been teaching that course for many years, using that example many times. My argument today is that the woke mob is growing because we live in a disintegrated society. So we live in a postmodern world. When I say postmodern, that means the era that we live in. We live in a postmodern era. And the philosophy of the day is rooted in the idea that God does not exist. So if God does not exist, then we came from nothing, just random chance. There's no purpose, right? At best, your purpose is to be a good person, whatever that even means, because that changes with the times. There's no meaning to life, and there's no afterlife. That's the cultural soup that we've been swimming in for our entire lives. The last 100 years, certainly the last 50 years. It's nihilism. Nihilism says that life is meaningless. The problem is we need to feel like life matters. We've been designed to worship something. We have to have a purpose. And maybe more than anything, we are desperate for community. And really all those things can be summed up into we long to belong to something bigger than ourselves. We long to belong to something bigger than ourselves. Now that used to be God and God's kingdom, but that doesn't exist anymore. We kick that to the curb. So we find things to fill that void. And one of the things that has filled that void for many people is being a part of the woke mob.
Wow, that was deep and insightful. I want more of that.
Like, subscribe, get more.